Hello, everybody, and welcome to Reversing Desertification. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a view today out of my window here in New Mexico. It started snowing last night, and I just really enjoy the snow. So I figured instead of my boring face, I'm going to show you this beautiful landscape right now with the snow. And, obviously, any kind of moisture is always appreciated. And by the way, those black things dangling I'm sitting inside, of course, and this view is out my window, and those black things moving, those are strings that I have in front of every window in my house. That seems to be the only thing that keeps birds from crashing into the window. So that's actually really cool. If you guys ever question that, many birds die yearly in windows, and especially in bigger buildings, in cities, etc. And so the only real effective thing is to put these strings, because they actually are visible to the birds quite dynamically. And so when they fly towards the window, it doesn't look like they're going endlessly into nature, but there's like this disruption. So they see that and they basically veer away from the window. It's really cool. I had, in the beginning, I didn't have that, and I feed the birds. And so it was really an interesting adventure, because I had birds crashing into the window, and I was like, well, this is defeating the purpose. So this is working really well. So yay. But let's start with the desertification process, guys. I'm sorry, I'm babbling on here. So basically, just use the palms of your hands facing the earth, and let's run this body process from access consciousness together here. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis, and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all 9 shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis, and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all 9 shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis, and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all 9 shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And please destroy and uncreate the big 5 that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all 9 shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. So what is possible when we are really aware that we can change things here on the planet? And I just watched another documentary last night. I think it's called The Need to Grow, which apparently is not just about growing plants, but basically is talking about that the topsoil on our planet only has about 60 years left. And I know we always get this doom and gloom kind of, information on what's happening on the planet, and sometimes it kind of turns us off. It doesn't really inspire us. So what does inspire you? What would inspire you to actually maybe start looking at, hey, next year, would I like to maybe grow something on my balcony? And how could I do that? Would I like to grow some tomatoes or some lettuce, or, some cucumbers or some zucchini or pumpkin, or whatever is your favorite thing? What would inspire you to actually start having a look at the food that you're eating? Where is it coming from? What soil is it being grown in? And are there any farmers around you that practice something different? Are there regenerative farms around you? Would you be willing to support them by buying their product? So everything that is times a gazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. So, and it's not about having an answer here, guys. Again, I keep saying that, and it's so important. Let's not come to conclusion about what's right and what is the only thing to do. It's really about just being aware. Okay, where are we going here? And unfortunately, there's a lot of there are a lot of forces out there that are not interested in the quality of our life here on the planet. They're interested in profit and making money. So you have to be willing to look at that too and acknowledge that, because if you think that everybody in power has your best interest at heart, you might actually start running into some issues. So everything that is times a gazillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And please destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. So what else is possible? And what inspires you? What inspires you? And the interesting thing is, the more of us that are willing to demand something different, then it can become a reality. And again, it's not about organizing everything ahead of time. It was very interesting in that documentary I watched last night. It was like one guy said, he's being asked, well, who is the spearhead of all that? And he's like, there is no spearhead. And, well, who is leading all this? There's nobody leading it. Well, why? Because then he said, well, if you're asking for everything to be more decentralized and to be more local, you cannot expect someone spearheading it. So what if you started really looking at what is it that you can contribute also in your surroundings? And really, truly, who are you buying products from in your neighborhood? Who are you supporting with the money you have? And can you shift that possibly and have a look at what and who you are supporting? And again, not about right or wrong, just an idea and just a possibility. And to also know that you make a difference. Please never forget, you make a difference. You don't have to organize first with others. Your choices today create a different future. So again, elimination and eradication of the microbiotic desertification of dermis and the actualization of the microbiotic generative dermis for body and earth. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate the big five that insist and demand on creating desertification on planet Earth times a gazillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. So please recognize you are a lot of power. You have a lot of power. You can influence. You don't have to have 1 million followers to be an influencer. even whatever $5 you're spending today can influence the future. And it's not all about spending either. That's just one way to do it as well. So you can always ask, is this action creating the future I would like to see on this planet? And thank you so much for being here, you guys, and doing this together. I really appreciate it. And what else is truly possible? So thank you again for being here, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Bye-bye.